Selena Gomez had a viral meltdown on camera and everybody's talking about it. Now, she whipped out the crocodile tears. She's mad about mass deportations because, of course, the first thing that people normally do when they start crying is they whip out a camera and they try to film it. So this video went viral and it's now sparking a conversation about mass deportations and Trump's administration and this new golden age that Trump is ushering into America.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. Children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Honestly, it's almost impressive how these self-righteous celebrities always manage to make it about themselves. Somehow, they always manage to bring the spotlight back to themselves. And they always have this twinkle in their eye, like, I'm saving the world. I'm everyone's savior. I'm going to do everything I can. I promise, because I'm the savior of all of these people. We're over the crocodile tears. This fake performative nonsense that all of these celebrities have been doing for so long. People are so over it that Selena ended up deleting the video because so many people were commenting and they were like, hey, maybe stop this. Maybe don't do this fake virtue signaling anymore. We can see right through it. We don't care. We know you don't actually care about any of these people. And now it really begs the question, who are your people, Selena? She says, oh, my people, oh, my people are getting attacked. Who are your people, Selena? You're half Mexican, half Italian. Your Mexican father left you when you were 5. You weren't raised by him. You spent some holidays with him. You spent, I think you maybe had a quinceañera with him. But you admittedly in interviews in the past have said that you were not raised by him. You were raised by your Italian mother. She really doesn't speak Spanish. Like, her Spanish is pretty abysmal. And she was born and raised in America, lives in America, does all of her business in America, makes money inside America. Culturally, she's American. She's reaped the rewards of American culture, the American economy. And now all of a sudden she's Mexican? Now all of a sudden she's saying my people, as if you're not American? Girl, please. Selena is third generation descendant of Mexican illegals who received citizenship in the 87 amnesty. And still she has an entitlement attitude toward America like her illegal grandparents. And this headline from the LA Times, how Selena Gomez embraced her Mexican heritage as a source of healing. So it says that she retained a connection to her Mexican heritage by sharing weekends and holidays with her father, whose parents first migrated to Texas from Monterrey, Mexico during the 1970s. It took 17 years for my grandparents to get citizenship, said Selena. So all of a sudden you're just totally Mexican. Admittedly, you just spent a little bit of time with your dad and did a couple of things that were culturally Mexican. Look, I understand feeling a connection to your heritage. Okay, I'm half Korean, but unlike Selena, I was actually raised by my Korean mother and my Italian father. And I'm close with a lot of my Korean family. I probably speak as much Korean as Selena speaks Spanish. And I grew up in a culturally American home. I was born in America. I was raised in America. Culturally, I'm American. Of course, I respect my Korean heritage and I embrace it and I love my Korean family, but I just get so annoyed with these mixed race people who wave their ethnic flag whenever it's convenient for them, whenever they want to virtue signal hardcore online, whenever they want to deliver some sort of political message, then all of a sudden they embrace their ethnic side. Furthermore, what do you mean, Selena, that your people are getting attacked? Do you mean that your people are getting deported? Are your people criminals? Are your people illegal aliens? Are your people violent offenders? These are your people? Does she even know what's actually happening at the border? No, she doesn't, because all she does is consume this mainstream media talking point that says, oh, these innocent people are just getting rounded up at the border and tossed into prison just because of the color of their skin. And here's my question for you, Selena. Where were your tears when Laken Riley was brutally murdered in broad daylight on a college campus by an illegal alien who was already a violent offender? Where were your tears when she violently fought for her own life for 17 minutes before she was brutally unalived by an illegal alien? This young, beautiful nursing student, this young woman who had her entire life ahead of her, where were your tears for her? What, you didn't care about her? You didn't care at all about her because of the color of her skin, because she's white? She's not your people? A fellow American who was also born and raised in this country, who culturally shares much more with you than any of the people at the border getting deported. Where were your tears for her? You have much more in common with this young woman than the criminals who are coming across the border that you're crying about. Where were your tears for her? Also, Selena, where were your tears for Maddie Hines? This 3-year-old, Maddie Hines, she was senselessly unalived by an illegal criminal, and that criminal put the poor family through an entire trial. He was unapologetic the whole time, even when he was given the chance, and he was smug. So Katie tweets here a picture of Maddie, and she writes, "Parents who commit crimes are separated from their children and go to prison all the time. Sorry, you're committing a crime by illegally being in the country. The fact that you have kids doesn't change that. Look at this beautiful little girl. Selena Gomez, where were your tears when this child was violently unalived by a criminal? Are these your people? The people who unalived her? Oh, and speaking of your people, Selena, where were your tears when more than 300,000 migrant children went missing across the border? Did you care about that? The hundreds of thousands of kids who are being dragged across an open border, who are being sold, trafficked, abused, and treated as products across an open border? Where were your tears about that? I mean, this is funny, but it's also not funny. Selena Gomez, when 300,000 plus migrant kids go missing. Oh, nothing to worry about, guys. I'm just going to cuddle because everything's fine. And now the criminals are actually being deported back home. This is the face that we get. This face. She's crying, the crocodile tears. I have no patience for this anymore. This open border policy that has been running rampant at the southern border for the last 4 years, that's exactly what has resulted in hundreds of thousands of kids missing, being sold, being trafficked, people being unalived, people being violently attacked. And Selena Gomez does not care. She could not care less. You know what? We are done entertaining the idea that it is somehow discompassionate to deport criminals. If you come into this country illegally, you have committed a crime, which makes you a criminal, okay? And don't use your children as an excuse or as a shield to act like you are above the law. If you come into this country illegally with your children, you should be, and at this point, you will be sent back with your children. And I know we always get this question, well, where's your compassion, Gina? Where's your compassion? And then we inevitably get the phrase from non-Christians, that's not very Christian of you. You know where my compassion is? My compassion is with my people here. My compassion is with people like Maddie Hines, Laken Riley, and hundreds of thousands of other people who have been violently attacked, unalived by these illegal aliens coming across the border. And for all of human history until about 5 minutes ago, human beings understood that we are designed to look after our own first. Above everything else, first and foremost, we're designed to look after our own. That starts with our family, our bloodline, and then it extends to our ethnicity, our culture, our own country. And until about 5 minutes ago in human history, we understood the importance of borders and looking after our own. So I'm done entertaining this question and pretending like there's something that we have to defend when people are like, where's your compassion? My compassion is exactly where it should be. Here in this country, we should be taking care of our own first. There's nothing discompassionate about that. In fact, there is something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you. There's something immoral and sick and depraved about intentionally not caring about the people in your own country. It's as if you don't care about the people in your own family. There's something seriously wrong with you if you do not care about the people in your own country. And if you care more about criminals who are coming across the border illegally, there is something sick and depraved and twisted in your head if that is how you think. Here's the thing, the majority of Americans agree with me, and they showed up to the polls to prove that last year because the last 4 years has been such a shit show that people came out in record-breaking numbers to vote for Trump because they understood that these open border policies, they may sound good at first, just like things like universal basic income sounds good and getting all this government assistance sounds good and socialism sounds good. It may sound good to like the college ears, to these young people who have been brainwashed by the university system and the education system. But when you actually see things put into place, you understand it doesn't work. And the very people that it claims to help, it actually hurts them. And it definitely hurts the people who are in the country, the American citizens. It's just like, I always think about living in San Francisco. When I was there, San Francisco radicalized me because a lot of people see the homeless population in cities like San Francisco, LA, New York City, and they're like, oh, I feel so bad for them. These victims of a broken system, and there's just so much money in capitalism. I feel bad for them. When you live in it, and you see how these policies of consistently giving them money, giving them food, giving them things, decriminalizing everything they do on the streets. You can defecate, you can urinate on the street, you can inject yourself with drugs on the streets, fentanyl in front of children. And when they decriminalize all of this, all these liberals are like, oh, but it's good. You know, you have to have compassion for them. Yeah, wait until you live in it. And you actually see that most of these people who are homeless, all these drug addicts on the street, they are not little sad victims of the system. They are actually deeply messed up human beings whose problems are only exacerbated by being given free things over and over and over again. And so it reminds me of this open border policy. You think, Selena Gomez, that it sounds like a good utopian sweet thing. I'm so compassionate, let them across the border. It results in chaos, it results in destruction, and it results in death. So, the fact that Selena was embarrassed enough to delete this video actually proves that we really are ushering in a new era. Welcome to the golden age of America, baby, where social justice warriors and HR ladies and shit-lived feminists are no longer in charge. The cool kids, or the cruel kids, as the New Yorker calls us now, are running the show.
Don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
Vance essentially tells Margaret to shut up after she asks the dumbest question. Well, we were founded by immigrants, right? And JD Vance says, okay, yeah, we were founded partly by immigrants and settlers, but that doesn't mean that we have to adopt the dumbest immigration policy 240 years later.
Migrants humanely, yes. But there's been reports of them on planes with no water,
that was a bunch of
complaining.
Crap. That was a bunch of crap.
What do you mean a bunch of crap?
ICE detention facilities have the highest detention standards in the industry. Any of the ICE standards, our detention standards are higher than any state or federal or local facility in the nation, in the world. Someone should go to the ICE website, look at PBNDS 11, performance-based detention standards, and look at our detention standards, highest in industry.
But are you sure you're only getting illegal criminal migrants? I mean, there were some pictures over the weekend of people that claim to be students, Brazilian students, who were showing examples of bruises on their arms from American deportation flights.
That's ridiculous, but if they want to make a complaint, it'll be investigated.
Border czar Tom Homan shutting down an annoying hall monitor HR matriarch reporter who tries to throw fake news in his face. Selena getting pressured to take down her idiotic crying video. We are winning, and we are sick and tired of the lies being told to us by the legacy media. We're sick and tired of the fake news. We're sick and tired of open borders. And we've got so many more people who are waking up to the dangers of mass immigration, how it negatively affects our economy. It results in violence and destruction and death in many of these cities. And that's why we had record-breaking numbers of people to come out and vote for Trump. In this cover of New York Magazine, the cruel kids table out late with the young right as they contemplate cultural domination. I mean, are they really trying to throw this in our face as if it's an insult? Look at the physiognomy on this cover of people. The picture of these people, they are beautiful. They are put together. They are so all-American. Matt Walsh writes, a picture of young, successful, happy people at a trendy cocktail party reads as right-wing. A picture of a dad in flannel drinking a beer at Texas Roadhouse also reads as right-wing. Right-wing is both cool, hip, and metropolitan, and down-to-earth, older, mature, and working class. This is how you know that conservatism is culturally ascendant. We run the gamut. The only pictures that read as left-wing are those of fat, ugly, mentally ill, dysfunctional, friendless weirdos. We are winning. You know what represents leftism right now? Female rapper Dank DeMoss has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Lyft just a week after Lyft apologized to her after a driver denied her service because she was, quote, too big to fit in his car. So she's suing Lyft with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. The rapper's attorney said weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan, making the driver's action unprotected discrimination. Meanwhile, this is the right. This is conservatism. And they think that this is an insult? I want to give Selena Gomez the benefit of the doubt. I want to say to myself, maybe she'll learn. Maybe she'll open her eyes and she'll see what's going on. But these people are so self-involved, and all they care about is the social currency of being woke, of being social justice warriors, of playing the oppression Olympics. That's all they care about. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about the people who are actually in need. So I'm done. I think I'm done giving them the benefit of the doubt. I love this new golden age of America, baby. Let's go. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you liked it. Let me know what you want me to cover on the next video, and we'll see you guys later.